Chris, a question from a novice learner on diabetes. How do people learn the techniques to manage their diabetes? Is it like a one-on-one thing where you work with your doctor, your healthcare professional? But what's the way that people learn the best way to manage, like, their exercise, their hydration, the planning for their nutrition, testing, the whole procedure, so they can maximize their performance?
Yeah. So with diabetes, we're recommended, with type 1, we're recommended to come in every 3 months to see our clinical team. And those appointments are 15 minutes long. Now, in a given day, most people with diabetes are making decisions in the back of their minds, or, in the forefront, using calculators and things like that, for at least 40 minutes of the day. Every day, right? So it's really hard to review all of that with a healthcare team. However, the government pays 15 minutes every 3 months, but there are a great team of professionals that are there for us. If you seek, you will find great team members that are there to help coach you along and to encourage you, and to pick apart some of those little areas that might be affecting the whole picture. Now, at the end of the day, we need to be able to collect that information. We need to be using our blood test kits or a sensor and monitoring the food that we're taking in, and bring that information to a team member, or do our own reflection. And I think that reflection has been a huge part of my success. It's something that I've integrated into my routine, not on an every moment basis trying to criticize myself, but to look back and see some trends. And there's been quite a few times where a trend would surprise me, right? And it's actually surprised my healthcare team. And I've been able to bring some of that information. And I had an exercise physiologist who's one of the top in the world, who had just never seen science showing what was happening inside my body. So it's important for us to know that we could be making the next discovery in this disease, right? By doing that work ourselves and bringing it back to a team, could help other people to understand what's going on as well. But I do think that there's a definite mix, collaboration between each patient living with diabetes and the healthcare teams out there.
So you've mentioned that there are good healthcare teams. Do diabetics naturally know where those are found? Is there is that part of the whole process? Is you're referred to places to go and people to meet? Would you have some suggestions about how people do that?
Well, and I'm not sure if Heath, if you would have a comment on this. I guess for me, it's important to know that we've got to give the team a chance. Sometimes we're looking for an instant gratification in this world, and diabetes can't give us that. So it's important to be humble, be patient, and try to work through a program. Sometimes, like for myself, we as a charity, I Challenge Diabetes, we do a lot of experiential learning programs where we will walk together as people with diabetes. And that gives us the opportunity to learn together and to share insights, things that we have learned along the way. But you can't walk into one of my programs with, I've had over 50,000 participants in our programs over the 10 plus years that we've been in operation. But sometimes we need to see more before we can get that insight, before we can make that change. And so I wouldn't say that there are likely times where someone should be pursuing another clinician. I think some of the signs are what you would look for that. So if your clinician's not listening to you, isn't really looking at your data and is just giving you more of a blanket answer, those are a couple of reasons why you'd want to look somewhere else. And then in terms of where would you go, I would definitely start looking in your local area, and then start to pursue, where the major centers are. And I think, there's a lot of people that are passionate about their clinicians across Canada. So it's not like you have to go to Toronto to find someone. It just happens to be where I live, and I've got a great doctor here. He made a huge difference in my life. So, yeah.
I think this is really, really powerful information for all diabetics and all people